Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. So the PGA Tour is in Japan for the Zozo Championship this week. It's the fourth event of the 2022-23 season, and there are plenty of big names that will take in Accordia Golf Narashino Country Club. So here's a list of some of those big names playing this week. Last week's winner and rising star Tom Kim made the trip to Japan, while the man who will draw the biggest crowd, Hideki Matsuyama, returns as defending champion. We've also got world number 6, Xander Schauffele, who will have a target on his back as the highest ranked player in the field, and he met with the media earlier today.
Xander, 3-win season last year. What are the expectations for this new season? Do you up your goals, and is the victory cigar going to be something that you do in the future again?
Yeah, I mean, the cigar has kind of been a team thing. I was happy I wasn't the only one smoking them this time around. Yeah, it's like I said, I haven't really had a whole lot of time. You know, I had a very good season last year, I guess. I mean, same year, but last season, and just going to try and, you know, currently feed off of that just for this one. This is probably going to be the only event I play this year for the PGA Tour schedule, and definitely looking forward to some downtime and kind of reassessing and looking back at sort of what I did and what I didn't accomplish.
Hi, Xander. What do you make of LIV Golf's attempts to get their players ranking points in the world rankings?
I don't really know. I haven't really thought a whole lot about it, to be completely honest. I think it's something was to be expected. They're, you know, starting up their own tour, and to legitimize themselves, they need world ranking points.
Xander, I think you visited the Zozo Town fan village yesterday and went to that Make-A-Wish booth, I think, and you wrote something down. Maybe just share with us what exactly you wrote and what was it all about?
Those kid games were very difficult. Unfortunately, I think it was streamed, so you saw how poorly I competed in the kid games. Hopefully the children today performed a lot better than I did, but yeah, I just wrote down my wish. Typically in the U.S. we don't share our wishes, but I guess I had to hang it up there. I just said, you know, if I could make one wish for the week, it'd be to win this tournament.
And being your fourth time here or third time here in Narashino, what does it take to make sure that you're up there giving yourself a chance on Sunday?
A lot of things. The course is very hard. The conditions are, you know, fortunately the weather's going to be awesome for the most part, but there's probably 5 par 4s out here that are very difficult that we play every day, and if you can kind of, you know, go through those holes for the week, maybe close to a level par, and you can just play the rest of the course how you're supposed to play it, you're going to have a pretty good chance.
Thursday and Friday, be playing along with Hideki's group. What's that energy like feeding off of each other? It's
great. I've played with Hideki a lot, I'd say, in my career so far, and him and Shota are a great team. We always have a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm sure the crowds will be pretty big, and pulling for, I mean, obviously him a lot, but, you know, I'm sure I have my loyal family support out there pulling for me along the way.
So Xander Schauffele will get his round underway on Wednesday night at 8:34 p.m. Eastern alongside Hideki Matsuyama and England's Tyrrell Hatton. Another notable tee time to keep your eye on as well is Victor Hovland, who's heading out with Sepp Straka and Cameron Young. Hovland looking for his first win since the 2021 Worldwide Technology Championship at Mayakoba, and he also caught up with the media earlier today.
Victor, obviously you travel around the world for a living, but do you do anything differently when you come this far away from the States, you know, knowing that there's other events going on, and is your recovery different? What's different about this week for your prep? And
yeah, normally I've kind of made somewhat of a rule to, if I'm traveling overseas and taking on that big of a time difference, kind of made it a point to, if I do that, I'm playing 2 weeks in a row over here. Obviously, I'm not going to do that this week because it's only one event, and then going back over to South Carolina next week. So that's a bit too much for the body, I think. But I just love this event. I think the golf course is great. And I was just kind of jumping at it to go play. And I almost considered playing Shriners as well last week just because I felt like wanting to play. But again, it's just too much back and forth. But I made a conscious decision of leaving Friday morning from Oklahoma, and I got here Saturday just in the afternoon. So I've had some time to get ready, and I'd say after tomorrow, I'm probably in a pretty good spot to compete this weekend.
Chua?
Hey, Victor. Speaking about food, what's your go-to food in Japan when you visit?
I really like just ramen. Anything with noodles or chow mein or just anything, hot, spicy, a little different.
Very nice. And you said you've been here since last weekend. Just your thoughts about the golf course. How is it looking? And what do you think it takes for someone like you to make sure that you have a chance coming in on Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, I think this golf course suits me well. It's not, if you look at on paper, it's not the longest golf course, but it's weird how it plays because you basically have half of the par fours are really short, a driver and a short wedge, and then you have some other holes like number 9, number 11, 12, some of those holes where you have to hit a really good drive, and then you still have a 5 or a 6 iron in. And I think just for the most part, you have to drive it really well. The rough is thick, smaller greens, and especially when they tuck certain of those pins, there's just no way you're going to hit it close if you're coming in from the rough. So you have to drive it well, you have to iron it well, and I think that suits me well.
Right here, Andrew.
Hi, Victor. LIV Golf have been attempting to get world ranking points by teaming up with this small tour in Africa and the Middle East. Bryson DeChambeau said that it's just delaying the inevitable and that eventually they will get points. What do you think about it? What's your take on it?
So I don't know all the different regulations and how difficult it is to get world ranking points. So I just think at the end of the day, if you want to get world ranking points, you obviously have to follow the process. And I think they're obviously making an effort to get those points, but I don't think it's right to give them an exemption to just get points overnight. They obviously have to follow the process, whatever the process might be. But at the same time, they have some really good players over there, and if some of those players drops outside the top 100 in the world, that's not good for the world rankings either. So I don't really know what the right answer is, but you can't just make up new rules as you go.
Well, let's take a look at what is coming your way this week on Golf Channel. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. we have got that match play coverage of the Jackson T. Stevens Cup, where we'll be crowning a team champion. Then at 11 p.m, of course, opening round coverage of the Zozo Championship with that time difference out in Japan. On Thursday, you've got the Andalusia Masters on the DP World Tour, first round coverage at 8 a.m. And then on Friday, 2 p.m, the SAS Championship on the Champions Tour. And that is it for your Golf Central update. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night.